Hi. Oscarian. Good morning, Oscarian. Well, I don't mean to piss you off, things I might say. So when I try to shut my mouth, it come out anyway. When I speak my mind, that's when we connect. Yeah, but that's not politically correct. Waper, hello there. Sir Slippy Slap, hello there. How are you doing today? Kiss the ring, of course. Thank you, thank you. We may have incoming, as I'm lurking in another stream. Waper, you get this. You magnificent bastard, Warsy. Ran. Hello there. You finished just in time here, sire. Hello there, Ran. Hello there, everybody. King Israel, welcome on in. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining us. Happy Thursday. Shout outs to you. Welcome on in, Ran, and everybody. Ran was just playing King of the Castle. I see, I didn't have time to join you. I had to go, I was outside then, having to watch the nephew. But welcome on in. Who won? I hope it was a Monarch victory. Either a Monarch victory or somebody had sorcery. Was it Patricians had sorcery? Be back in an hour. All right. Jaws hurting? Well, I hope it feels better. I empathize with your pain. Easily achieves victory. Chiefs running away with it. But how are you doing? Give Ran a follow if you don't already. He plays King of the Castle Thursdays, you know, right before me. So if you're looking for a regular game on Thursdays, always a fun time playing King of the Castle with you. I'm sorry I couldn't play with this morning. Hi, Mom. Hi to all the mothers out there. My own mother, Delilah W., last I saw, she was outside with me waiting for the bus with the nephew. She might be watching in stream, though, everybody. Beehole, welcome on in. Witch Cat, welcome on in. How are we doing here today? Ran also plays Dungeons and Dragons, has been playing Hades, plays a lot of different games as well. Everyone's got something. Of course, indeed, indeed. But, if you, wish to join in our game, we are doing a dynasty this week, a roleplay dynasty, if you will, where if you haven't played a roleplay version of King of the Castle, I'm hiding the statistics from the chat throughout the game. So you won't be able to see how well you're doing. You just have to vote based upon how you feel you should play, how your character should be playing. We are today, I specifically today, and Queen Clementine. Clementine led a rebellion from the, for the patricians last game, and took over the throne. But she, although she will be stern as a monarch, she also wants to help the nation. She rebelled because the nation was in such terrible shape. She knew something must be done. So her goal today then, as I'm playing her, will be to rebuild this tattered kingdom after the rebellion. And we're starting in a few minutes here then, everybody. But I'm the casual people from Rand stream if you do not know me. We stream a lot of King of the Castle around here. Not just roleplay dynasties. I have a 1,000-year dynasty. When should we play Hoi Dynasty next? I have an 1,100-plus year dynasty. It's a lot of fun to play in. Shanae, welcome on in. How are you doing here today? Take your supper, sir. Ephra, good morning. How are you doing here today? You led... I'm sorry then. Beehole, yes. Beehole led the rebellion. So many Pats. Well, this is in the beginning. You can only choose who you're playing in the very beginning. Lurking is fine. Do we start now? The teams do seem very good, huh? Israel, Waper, you guys can carry the Chiefs, right? The Counts, what was it? A couple days ago, the Counts were out in full force, yet couldn't speak of victory. Recapping what's sort of been happening through the weeks, the Chiefs got a Ragnarok victory a few days ago. The Counts have been trying Ascension. Can I get the Cody Rhodes theme song? I do. Where's... Appropriately named Kingdom. And Counts have been going for Ascension 3 games in a row. They can't quite pull it off. I think they will one day, though. And then the Patricians have been doing the Patricians themselves have been doing very well. They won the first game through Conspiracy, won last game through Rebellion then. Cody Rhodes. My nephews are sort of getting into wrestling. They mostly like. I think my brother was getting them into sort of Attitude Era because their favorite wrestlers are The Rock, John Cena, and Kane. They like Kane a lot. I might try to get a Kane costume for Halloween just for them. Highlighted message. But I like Cody a lot. I've always liked Cody Rhodes. He did it his way. What else do I have? What else? Other wrestling theme songs we have around here. If you smell what the Rock is cooking, the Rock says. Know your damn role. There wasn't at the county fair. They usually have wrestling, but there wasn't this year. I was a little disappointed. I don't. Do I have edges? I do, right? Where? Edges. Instant pop for edges.
You think you know me?
I see clearly everything has come to light. I'm a big wrestling fan since I was a kid. It was very big when I was a kid, of course, in the southern United States, the territories they called it. So I've been to a lot of local wrestling shows. I've never been. I've only been to one or two big, WWE or WWF it would have been at the time promotion shows. My brothers got to go to one when I was in the hospital when I was younger. Hell yeah! But good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it may be, wherever you may be today. Daybreak is ending, another reign is beginning. It may look, at least for the moment, like a Pat's, one-sided thing, but don't worry, it evens out. As more new players will file in, hopefully they'll funnel into the poor Chiefs here. Though, as we look, that is the richest noble in our game at 14,030 gold is Waper. Though, are you just accumulating that wealth? I don't think you've been spending too much of that. That'll happen around here sometimes. And then, oops. We don't want to see the stats. We are playing a roleplay run, everybody. And, I, myself, yes, am playing as Queen Clementine today. And Clementine, yes, wants to help the nation. It's been a hard few reigns for the kingdom. We're in the year 1001. What's that? Oh, it's the coronation. Uh-oh. Oh, no. And did I just... Ooh. I just, no. I did the thing where the game is broke. I think zooming in does cause it then, because look at this. I zoomed in, and the map, did it. I'm supposed to drag, but it's not even that's not working. Uh-oh. This is a bug that happens with the game sometimes, where, yeah, I can't click on anything. I can click, like, over here. So we can click even, like, over here. And I think, yeah... The all is lost moment. Like, one way to get through it is to, like, sort of click somewhere and sort of drag it, but it's... that method's not doing it. So, alright. Let's reload. Alright, you must join on it. Join again, in again, everybody. What did I do? It wasn't you. Stream is over. Game over, man. Get that soundbite? That's a good soundbite. Game over. So we join in again if you aren't paying attention here, everybody. We encountered a bug that sometimes occurs with the map. So anybody out there lurking, Pats, you might lose some members to people who were lurking here, but... Ooh, and Rougemore. A chieftain joining you guys once again here. Moon, who's coming in that I didn't see before. I'm not Batman. Welcome in, everybody. How are we doing today? Hopefully, alright, now Pats are remaining dominant, looks like. Roswell, welcome in. Alright, don't zoom in. That's just the solution. Never zoom in. Must remain out. Because that just seems to be a catalyst to it. Wow, alright. No, it looks like there's even more Pats coming in than I thought. Arda, welcome on in. Welcome on in, everybody. Rebuild, take 2. Let's just, alright. No zooming in. Council introductions. You're getting married tomorrow, Roswell? Congratulations. Happy days. The ring. You have the ring? Kiss it. For me. That's awesome. Not just like me, fake getting married in games. Lagas, welcome on in. But congratulations, Arden. If you missed it, anybody that's was in but not in, rejoin the game, because we just encountered a bug, but I think it's going to be good. I like Knight. I'm not, like, super hyped like some people are. You know, he's like one of the biggest, you know, up-and-coming stars. I don't see that much in him. I like his theme song. His theme song's pretty cool. Apple King, hello there. How are you doing today? Welcome on in, everybody. We're getting to council introduction, and then, we are doing roleplay run. Let me make sure I'm ready for that. There we go. Last minute stuff for a wedding, I can't even imagine. I've never come close to getting married. I probably am not going to get married, frankly. But, Roswell, that's awesome. If we don't see you tomorrow, then we'll understand. Good luck here. I'm glad you can be here today, but if you're running off, please do. Ephra, thank you for praising the 9th. And then Gamers, did I kiss your ring? Gamers, this is Gamers Kiss the Ring. Back down. Ephra's kissed the ring. Should never get married. I don't know. We are kissing the void ring, indeed. It is the green patrician's ring today because it was a patrician's victory yesterday. I switch out my rings based upon the previous monarch. We did it! By the 9th, we had to pull some strings, but we got you that crown, says Roswell. Just as I said we would. Now just remember to uphold your end of the deal. You're not really a queen. More like an employee of the patricians. What if I governed for the good of the whole kingdom? That would be completely against the spirit of our deal. We'd be forced to take drastic action. Heldon, welcome on in. You are Count, right? Yes, a Count. How are you doing today? 1,800 in your coffers. Anybody that needs to know how much money you have, ask. I can tell you. There's an extension in the game. If you're on your computer or PC, it'll be above me. I recommend the extension. Your old eyes. If you have old eyes like me. Crystal, welcome on in as well. 11,000 in your coffers. Good morning here, Crystal. That would be a clear, drastic action. Now introduce yourself to the rest of the council. But don't forget what I told you today. Counts of the East. Beware the Shanae. An honor to finally meet your acquaintance, your majesty. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. My predecessor, the Queen Tana, met her demise at the hands of an assassin. Though the rebellion wasn't going too well either. I think the rebellion would have succeeded no matter what. Chiefs of the North. Good luck in the days ahead, your highness. You'll need it, dealing with us lot. And with that, introductions are done. What do you think? Says Beehole. Will she be a good little queen and do as she's told? Too early to tell, but I have a bad feeling. We should have a backup plan, just in case. Path to victory. Your Majesty, the history books do not look kindly upon usurpers. Gamers, game on. Unless, of course, they prove themselves worthy of the throne they have stolen. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? What kind of cup am I drinking out of? It is a green cup. Plastic. It's my cup, yeah. And how do we wish to remember me? I wish to be the mother of a nation. Interesting. Are you concerned for the welfare of the commoners? Are you just hoping for a favorable passage in the history books? I suggest over the next few years, you focus on improving the kingdom's overall farming, and, well, as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, your majesty. Coordination? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, really? Come on, come on. I didn't zoom in. And there, alright. I grabbed it. Now let me go over here, and this should fix it. But did anybody...
You're too slow!
People switched factions. Ephra? Witch Cat? You guys switched, right? Who else? Right? Anybody else? I noticed you two at the very least. Pixel, when did you get in? Pixel, were you a chief? And that, yeah, that's what, no, this isn't, alright. It's not that you can switch, it's that something, yeah, this is, yeah, this is something that can happen in the game. Uh-oh, it rebalanced. When I clicked on that thing in the corner there. Eternal Forever, welcome on in. Space and time has been warped. Anybody else? Anybody else notice that you switched factions there? Did some Oscarian, did you? We are having bugs then. Anybody else notice? You're in a different faction? At 2150 as a Pat? There's a way to fix that bug, but at the same time, that creates an entirely different problem. Team, auto, balance. Not even there, I think. RSL? Hello there. Join in, then. The map is fixed. Alright. The all is not lost. All is not lost, but I think some people, yeah, did lose their money in that switching of factions, and it might also throw up the roleplay a little bit. I apologize, everybody. You kind of like it? Alright. Infernal, welcome on in. RSL, welcome on in. You are safe. Anybody that changed faction, then, I apologize. Restart. I don't think restarting the game will do anything. Do we wish to here? Yeah, I think it's... Did you lose money? No, you didn't, Crystal. Stats peek? Oh, my bad. Do we want a stats peek and see if they changed? Oh, I know they haven't. Try to let's quit out of the game. And apologize then, everybody, for the technical difficulties here. We'll do it again. We'll see if you guys that switched factions are back with your original factions or not. All right, join back in, everybody, as we're experiencing some problems with the game. Oscarian's back on the Pats there. Witch Cat's back on the Counts. Yeah, alright, yeah. Hey, thank you, Sir Slippity. It is putting people back on their original teams here now. See if the money was saved. Oscarian, you have 900. Like a Witch Cat, you have 5,300. So it's giving everybody their original money again, I believe. That was, yeah, that evened teams out.
Good news, everyone.
Good news, everyone. Someone has altered the timeline. Now we're getting into, we're moving on from a fantasy stream and setting to a science fiction setting, everybody. Where we are dealing with alternate timelines and somebody is changing the space-time continuum. For a moment, we got a glimpse of an alternate reality. But just a glimpse. Everybody, and join back in case you missed it here, everybody. We are... Let's see how the game plays. Did I do an Undertale reset? I think I did. I did. Let's see how the game goes. Let's do this. Let's do this. Everybody back. Everybody in. Join if you're not in already. You Majesty, you may have won the throne from Queen Tana, but you must still answer to the council. As is tradition, they will decide what happens at your coronation. What? But it's my coronation. This isn't an absolute monarchy, Your Majesty. Everything has to be run past a council vote. Even this. Shall we call the nobles in? There is a lawnmower has been started. I'm giving it a second here, I guess. My brother mowing the lawn before it rains, I think. He should be driving away. He should be driving off in a second here. But if this is your first time playing, maybe this is your first council vote of the game. Exclamation point, vote, space it. Your option here. What do you wish to do? A, the patricians will smooth over any bad feelings with bribes. B, invite foreign dignitaries and show off your wealth. C, throw the queen into the river. Or D, these are outdated traditions. There's no need for a coronation at all. And truly then, I do not play this game. It is you who play this game as the Council of Nobles, the viewers out there. What do we do? The patricians, winners of the last game, have that special A. Tradition dictates we do C. Clementine. I won't. Clementine feels we need to have a ceremony to keep up appearances. I know we just survived like a brutal civil war in which I took the throne. We need to do something then. We will veto D. We must do something for the ceremony. And you guys, you can see a little bit right there. We are playing by roleplay rules here today, everybody. That's why the big giant block is up there. You are not to know these statistics for any of the decisions you make. You are voting based upon what you feel your character would do, what you feel your faction might do. And it looks like people are in agreement that the patricians, winners of the last game, they need to bribe the other nations. Smooth things over. Keen to keep their new queen on the throne, the patricians distribute bribes, gifts to the chiefs and the counts. Meanwhile, the coronation itself is a rather quiet affair. Coronation! I've been forgetting. During the coronation, I need to put on my crown, right? I like money. And that's okay. That is okay. The Pats lose some money there, you might have noticed, and they give it to the other nations, but it's quite all right. Tradition. I suppose that is a good point, Warzy. End of season. Here we go. Hilda of the Infernal Forever 52 clan. Infernal. Here is your kin. Notorious Northern Elder. Stands precautiously on a longhouse crossbeam, droning on as if for days in a trance. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter Queen Clementine. How do we make that happen? Chieftains, how do you win the game today? Do A, an uprising, B, intimidation, or C, hornblower? Uprising, the first stage up there involved raising the treasury. B, intimidation, raising the stability of the kingdom. And C, hornblower, lowering faith of the entire nation. Toot toot, it would appear. The chiefs plan to dig up Oddheld's legendary horn and use it to take over the kingdom. First, they must win the favor of the gods by diminishing the kingdom's belief in the ninth. Ephra, praise the ninth. to the detriment of the kings. Master Sauron! All hail, Master Sauron. Welcome on in. You are a chieftain for the game, Sauron. Thank you for joining us. To advance their scheme, chiefs must lower the combined region of all... lower the region of all regions' faith to 12 or less in 4 seasons. So, alright. Chieftains keep everybody's faith down. Counts. Yuli, of the Witch Cat Dynasty. Well-known Eastern prodigy. Leans delicately on a podium, whispering carefully. Clementine still sits atop the bone throne, alright? That is something that she did not get rid of when she became the monarch. My fellow counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false Queen Clementine wears the crown. Counts, how will you win the game today? Through A, sorcery, B, ascension, or C, possession? Counts, picking your goal for the game. Ascension has been what you've been doing through most of the week here. Looks like you might be continuing that tradition. Ascension once again. Do they dare try it? A couple counts looking for possession instead. In a tie like this, it will be random between the tied picks if anybody wants to break it. Oh wait, I'm a chief. Whoops. And it will be, alright. It will be possession today, counts. Good luck. The counts plan to summon a demon to possess the queen, putting her totally under their control. First, they must lull the queen into a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, lower your defiance to 4 or less in 2 seasons. So, alright, counts. Keep that defiance low. Remain loyal and good to your monarch. Maurice, of the Warzy 2 family. Infamous former pirate. Scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, speaking calmly. A pirate who's calm. How cunning of us. Clementine now sits atop the throne, and the patricians are in charge. But the other regions will already be scheming to depose her. Is dead, was dead, will always be dead. Do we stay loyal to the new queen, or cut our losses, put me on the throne instead? Patricians, how do you win the game? Will you A, remain loyalists, B, use subterfuge, or C, corruption? Loyalists. People like remaining loyalists. It's always fun to help your monarch. It isn't a very piratey name, not really. Alright. Patricians seem to be in agreement here. They want Clementine. Clementine's goal, then, is to, be the mother of the nation. Are you my children, patricians? That settles it, then. Long live the queen. May she bring peace and prosperity to the new kingdom. We can always change our minds. If Clementine ever gets out of line, we will take up arms, get rid of her the old-fashioned way, even if it's a little costly. The patricians' goal is to aid the queen by countering the other region's schemes as much as they can. They will win the game if the queen produces an heir and completes her ambition. However, if defiance gets too high, they can change their minds and rise up in rebellion. Rise up! Gonna get higher and higher. Alright, everybody's goal for the game, then. The Chiefs are completing Hornblower. They want to lower the first stage. They want to lower all regions' faith. The Counts are doing Possession. For their first stage, they want to keep their defiance low. The Patricians are attempting to remain loyalists. They want to help me complete my ambition. First law. The golden choice. Early golden choice feels so good. Let's... 2 counts events. Let's go dangerous roads. Moon at clarinet coming to me. Moon, what is it, my dear? Your Grace, the merchants in the east are complaining about bandits. Bandits? The eastern roads are too dangerous to travel, even with guards. Gangs of highly organized, well-armed highwaymen will ambush merchant caravans and steal absolutely everything. Okay. The counts have usually been having trouble with monsters, you know, demons, were creatures, things like that. Now it's actual human bandits. Sauron, thank you for the follow. Where's my thumb? Where's my thumb? Sit up straighter, hoy. Alright, don't look, don't look. Alright, what do we do about the bandit problem in the east? A, pay a mercenary company to patrol the roads. B, make a few empty promises, hope it all goes away. C, send a battle-hardened regiment to rout the bandits. Or D, offer a bounty on bandit scalps. Okay. Bandit problems? How do we deal with them? Clementine wants to show no mercy against the bandits. She just started a rebellion. I will not be afraid to get my hands dirty. And my liege. Warzy, don't matter too much. I will merely monarch's vote C here. Send the battle-hardened regiment to rout the bandits. Well, I can't say not to. But yes, if you are unfamiliar, if this is your first time playing, well, thank you for joining us. But we are playing in a Dynasty game. The statistics carry over from game to game. We are in our 4th day playing in, like, this particular day. So, Warzy is hinting that the Count's military might not be so good. And this, C is a roll. And it's not a very good roll. Where we will send in, we will send in the regiment. You send a battalion of the East's hardiest veterans, experienced in fighting on foreign lands. If they can't root the bandits out, who can? 0? Maybe it was 0. A month passes. You receive word that the battalion spent weeks marching in circles and chasing bandits, who would drop their weapons and blend in with the locals. Finally, the soldiers' frustration turned to anger. In an attempt to flush out the bandit leader, your soldiers burned an entire village to the ground and massacred dozens of peasants. The bandit leader, if they were there at all, escaped unharmed. So yeah, that didn't quite work out the way I'd hoped. Eastern peasants now view you as a murderous tyrant. Me? Me? I didn't murder anybody. Game stuck again. The save file cursed? I think the save file might be cursed. Click here. No more dragging the map. I'm trying to here. This is a problem we've been encountering today, everybody. A wizard did it. It must be a wizard. Where we have a problem with the map, and there's a solution. We found a solution to the problem, and maybe we should have rolled with it. Gosh. This is karma for going to sea. Maybe. Literally falling apart. It might be. I hadn't encountered this problem in a while playing the game. One final time here. Join on in again. Yeah, this we encountered this problem a little while ago, and it is persisting where the map, if you might have not been able to tell what's going on, I couldn't click on anything that was on the map. I couldn't move the map at all. And this is unfortunate. Alright, Ephra will thank you here. If it happens again, we might abandon this save file here, really, because when it becomes a persistent problem like this, it just becomes super annoying having to come in and out. Relaunch the game next time then. Ephra, thank you then. Have a good day. Appreciate you being here though. Rejoin the game if you're missing. I apologize again here, everybody. Border raids. Alright. Helden, everybody, thank you for rejoining us. If you rejoin, if you're missing. Sir Slippity Slap, Your Highness, those damn chiefs are up to their old tricks. Chief Waper 34 has been leading her warriors on raids into my lands. Waper? Nobody was hurt, but they shook down my peasants for petty coin and stole cabbages straight from my fields. Cabbage theft? How dare you? How dare you accuse me of something like that again, and it'll be my axe you'll answer to. Your Greatness, I have no idea what Count Sir Slippity Slap is talking about. Maybe he has too much wine, eh? Ooh. A. Do we order Chief Waper to compensate Count Slippity Slap for the stolen goods? B. Send the Spy Master to investigate the claims. Or C. Tell Count Slippity Slap to bring proof when making accusations. Bam, 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 bam. The funny thing here, and the thing I like to do is to veto B here, force you guys to make a decision between believing A or C. He done it or he didn't it. Who do we believe? Do we order Chief Waper to compensate Slippity Slap? Or do we say, Slippity Slap, you know, you need proof before you just go accusing people of things? Nothing I can do. Who do we believe? Right now, 5-7. Looks like we believe Waper. Be the Chiefs. Pro Chiefs is C. Pro count is A. If you missed it, you might have to rejoin everybody. We've been encountering problems throughout the game. Exclamation point, join again if you are voting and seeing you're not up, by the way. It looks like it will be C. Tell Chief Count Slippity Slap II to bring proof when making such accusations. Ooh. Sauron offering rings? How nice of you. Blood and stars, you want proof? Is my word as a count not enough? Ha! Clearly not. The council has spoken, jackanape. Go and cry into your silk pillows. Okay. Ooh. We don't have to, such language, Waper, we don't have to go dropping the hard jackanape on everybody. Honor guard. As is tradition, each region offers a selection of elite guards. The chiefs with their most famous warrior heroes, the counts with knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose, and the patricians offer their greatest gladiators, the champions of the arena. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. Of course, you'll be taking the gladiators, says Hyperx. None of the other options are half as muscly. Both Jack and Apes are both offended. Alright, Hyperx, you make a good point. Let's learn about everybody first, though. The Northern Warriors. They are bearded oafs with axes and no manners. They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all. But I can't guarantee they won't run off on some random quest. But they're honorable, and in a fight, unbeatable. The Eastern Knights. The Order of the Drowned Rose are highly respectable. They'll understand palace etiquette, but it's been years since they fought an actual battle. They mostly write poems these days. The Coastal Gladiators are a gang of low-born crooks who've turned themselves into celebrities through their skill at chopping other people to bits. They're vain, selfish. Their skill in battle is undeniable. But can you trust them? What foreign mercenaries do you suggest? A band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners will betray a lack of confidence in our kingdom's fighters. I've made my decision. I wait your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty. Ken Shamrock to be my personal bodyguard. He was a monster. A very important decision. One never to be taken lightly. We had an eventful game with the Honor Guard, as Sir Slippity Slaps mentions yesterday. The Oily Boys did eventually betray the Queen. Clementine will be aware of that. Incapable of doing so. She may be, yeah, she may, I think I'm leaning a little bit towards the Eastern Knights. The unpredictability of the other ones. Clementine wants a nice sort of stable rule here. Sergio, welcome on in. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining us. You are a chieftain for the game. Welcome on in. Remember who put me on that throne? Well, I don't know if I can trust the Pats here, though. You'll send Patty Pimplett as Court Jester. Ooh. I think the Eastern Knights will do this. Debts below, your Serene Highness. How could you choose them? I will make the arrangements at once. The knights arrive a few weeks later. They are all extremely pale and extremely polite. The commander introduces herself with a florid bow before reading out a poem she's written for the occasion. What can knights do? They can warm my icy heart with a lovely poem. Thank you, my ladies. End of season. We get to our first auction of the game. Exclamation point fund, space your choice, space how much you wish to bid for an auction. Just invited vampires into your home. That's all you gotta do. There are richest nobles pictured on the right. You will see we have some very rich chiefs and counts with us here at the top of the list. Waper with 14,000. You usually don't have to pay too much attention to the people at the very top, though some of them will spend their money too. A, the Grand Bazaar raises trade up for the chieftains. B, the Thieves Guild will lower trade for the chiefs. C, the Cathedral will raise faith for the counts. D, the Fortress will raise military for the counts. E, the Observatory will lower faith for the Pats. Then F, the Theater will lower authority for the kingdom. Everybody's money matters. Group funding often helps for these. 60 seconds you'll have an auction. The final 10 seconds is when I recommend getting your sniping funding in. Only the top two options get made. A and E now. A and D. E lowering faith. Do we have no faith in our kingdom? D will raise military up for the counts. Always popular getting your military up. Chiefs themselves, they want low faith across the kingdom. Counts want their defiance to be low. Patricians are remaining loyal to me. And I myself want the farming to be high across the nation. There's 15 seconds left. It's still D and D, 2,800 and then 2,000 in E. There's 70 in C. There's 1,000 in A. 10 seconds left. Now A gets up. A gets a lot. 38, 34, 2,800 in D. It's A and D currently. E at 2,000. Will E jump up? No, it will not. Will be A and D. A raising trade up. I'm not Batman, the biggest contributor to the Bazaar. Hal Bazaar. Sir Slippy Strap, biggest contributor to D, the Fortress. I think the counts need a fortress. Ruffians. There are industries collapsing in the coast. Your Majesty, mass unemployment and unrest have arisen in the coast. Businesses go bankrupt, mills shutting down. People are calling it a Great Depression because it's making everyone miserable. Yes, my investments have all gone up in smoke. It's the same for all the other patricians. We must find a way to lift the coast out of poverty. The counts are doing possession this game. They want low defiance for their first stage. All right, businesses are failing in the coast. Do we A, bail out the bankrupt businesses? B, provide jobs digging ditches and building roads? C, mass unemployment, easy fix, turn them into soldiers? Or D, tell the peasants to stop buying so much turnip toast? All right. This is where I need to prove my worth. Clementine wants to help the nation out here. I think... I'm inclined to think the roads, digging ditches, building roads sounds most prosperous here. B sounds good for infrastructure, Heldon points out. Job creation. I know. We need to create these jobs. Trade will be prosperous if we have roads connecting the nation. I think my first major decision as your queen, we need to get to work. Golden choice on B. Golden choice, then, if you're unaware, if you're new to the game, means you get 500 personal wealth merely for voting B here. And then, we can see part of that. Bismuth, hello there. How are you doing, Bismuth? Didn't see you when you came in. Unrequited by the wealth. You want soldiers. Do I have a Discord? Yes, I have a Discord. Can I get a link up? Can I get a link up? I don't think my exclamation with Discord is working, but... Discord! It's right there. All of them. Let's put all of them here. Wouldn't it be cool if the nobles didn't know what law I was choosing? That'd be hard to do, roleplay-wise. It might be fun. I think if you saw, did you play in Kaji's five mod stream, 5 nation stream? I think it'd be cool to be able to use more laws in a turn. Because that made it aware then that he was playing with 5 events and then only had 3 laws, so he couldn't use like all of his laws. I thought was tragic about it. Across the coast, you set the unemployed to work, building roads, bridges, churches, anything to keep them occupied, develop some skills, and put cash in their pockets. It's a startling success. The coast's dying economy is revitalized. Success. Success. The patricians, however, complain you can't just give work to the peasants. They should earn it the old-fashioned way. Give work to the peasants. They earned that. That's not give. What? Pats, you just complain about everything, don't you? Alright, I've got control. Alright. We can make... This usually solves the problem for the whole game. But as we saw last time I did this, it also broke the game in a different way. We are peering into the darkness. And the way to fix this, I don't know what this dialogue says, but this dialogue, if I click this blue thing right here, it will fix the game. Hopefully. But I'm paying attention to where everybody's at. And yes, alright, bip, that switched. Witch cat? Again? Witch cat was chosen again? I think it was the only person. Witch cat? I'm sorry then. You had money too, right? Witch cat? This just presents an interesting roleplay option for you. You have been a chief this whole time, not a count. I think all the patricians remain the same. I'm pretty sure that was only you moving. Alright. So, Cat, I'm sorry. But, hopefully this fixes the game. You had to, like, fake your death, maybe? I don't know. Why would you change factions here? Come up with it. Apologize on then you losing your money as a result here, but... The burnt village. Your Majesty, the peasants in the east were enraged by your response to the bandit problem. Perhaps burning down an entire village was a little heavy-handed. Under feudal law, they must tithe a share of the harvest to the counts. But this year, they've refused. The counts are not taking it well. The damn peasants are making us look like fools. Our cities and castles could starve in winter if the council doesn't do something. All right. Peasants uprising may be going on in the east. We cannot do A. The eastern military is too low. But do we do B? Let the peasants keep their grain. Or C. The count shall pay for the harvest, rather than collecting it as tax. Veto C? That doesn't sound good for the counts, does it? But at the same time, it helps the peasants. I like both of these. Both of these don't sound good for you, counts. So I don't know. Vetoing C? You kidnap Witch Cat in the raid and just sort of brainwash them into joining into the Chiefs. I think Clementine's good with both of these here. As a means of sort of rebuilding our nation, do we let the peasants keep the grain? Or do the counts shall pay for the harvest rather than collecting it as tax? Kravkaz. Hello there. And Eslap. Welcome on in. New people, hello there. This is King of the Castle, a streamer versus chat game. How are you doing today? Chaos, welcome on in. Slippity, another new face. How are we doing today? We will let the peasants, all right, keep your grain. The counts complain that without their customary share of the harvest, they've been forced to buy their food at exorbitant rates from other regions. Meanwhile, sitting atop a mountain of grain goes bad, the peasants sell it off cheaply and get rich as a result. So in roundabout fashion, the counts end up buying the grain off their own peasants anyway. Did you get my idea yesterday? A little bit, sir. A little bit, sir. Maybe I'm implementing it. But thank you for inspiring me in it. For the first time, some of the increasingly wealthy Eastern peasants join the middle class alongside scholars, lawyers, merchants, and priests. All right. The peasants are happy. Clementine is happy here. Finding a spouse. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference, men, women, or do you not mind? Clementine with a return to normalcy, if it will, return to sort of order, Queen Clementine will go for a man here. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer, so that we can get a full-on rightful heir. Happy husband, happy husband, wife, happy man, happy plan. Something like that, right? We'll have a son. We will have a strong child, me and my husband together. It's an easy enough decision, says Warzy. You'll marry into the Pats as we agreed before you took the throne, right? Right? Did I agree to that? We check in with the Counts. Hidden in a labyrinth beneath an eastern castle, a pair of Counts meet to speak of their schemes against the Queen. Happy man, happy fam. Happy man, happy clan? They were. Beware the Chenet. The Chancellor sent me a fruit basket last week to thank us for our efforts in helping the crown. It's working! Our reputation is secure! Fuzzy pickles. You need something, sir? Are you just fuzzy pickling here? Fuzzy pickles to one and all. Our problem now is the Archbishop. His beady little eyes will be focused on us if we're not careful. You must evade him at all costs. For the next stage of your scheme, Counts must lower their faith to 4 or less in 4 seasons. So Counts completed their first stage. Moving on to stage 2, they got to keep their faith low. We come to our first and next final tax season? Nay. There are 3 ways the monarch may tax the nobles. The cruel tax will raise defiance of a nation. Dragnar, welcome on in. I can't twerk. I've tried it. Trust me, I've tried it. I really can't. How are you doing today, sir? The cruel tax raises defiance for a nation. Raises the treasury up by 400 gold and takes 400 wealth from everybody in that color. The common tax, no defiance swing, 100 treasury to wealth, the neutral option. The bribe will lower defiance, lower the treasury by 700 gold, and give 700 wealth to everybody in the color. The chiefs get the bonus for the turn. They invested wisely in local breweries. All chiefs made 500 wealth. Everybody else made 200. Wealthiest nobles remain then the chief at Waper. Are they the wealthiest overall faction then? I think so. Thanks to the rich ones. Maybe tax them. Considering it. The Pats look like the poorest. Despite having the numbers game. Now, Pats, Kingdom needs some money. What's good for the kingdom is good for the king is good for the kingdom. It's just sort of a thought. I'll try, Israel. I don't mean to keep resetting the timeline. It's not my fault. Something has changed. Yeah, the patricians have already been having bad luck this game. Don't use your money, just tax us. Slippity wants a tax for the Counts. Doesn't feel that bad. Yo, you did mean common? You meant common? Doesn't feel that bad. It'll help me pay for the bribes for the patricians. All right, this is I think this is good. Strategically, Clementine wants to tax, you know. We'll go with this. The battle axe. Do I know this? The battle axe, Sir Slippity. How's this for proof? Oh, I have seen this then. Count Sir Slippity Slap slams a blood-stained battle axe into the council hall's central table, splitting the wood. Hey! That was mahogany! I was making a point. The axe is proof that I was telling the truth about Chief Waper's raids. This distinctly northern axe was left behind by one of her warriors. That could be anybody's axe. I could buy a dozen like it at the blacksmith down the street. So now you're accusing me of framing you? You asked for proof, I got you proof. I demand the council act. Okay. Slippity Slap makes a good point here. We wanted proof, and A, do we arrest Chief Waper for theft and assault? B, order Chief Waper to pay Count Slippity Slap back in full. C, have them both arrested for being annoying. Or D, station troops along the northern eastern border to stop it from happening again. Can we focus on farming now? Warzy, I wish we could. I'm getting flustered with all these problems you keep bringing to me. Howitzer, welcome on in. I believe Sir Slippity, bringing us the proof here. Welcome on in to the Chiefs, Howitzer. How are you doing today? Framed. I don't think it's a frame job. No, I trust Sir Slippity here. Why would Count Sir lie? Amir Monarch's vote on B. That Waper should pay back Slippity in full. You are good. I assume you're a little familiar with the game, Howitzer, if you come in with a join, but if you have any questions, let us know. We are playing by role-playing rules for the week here for this dynasty, where that's why the big block is up, preventing anybody from seeing the statistics for the game. Vote based upon your heart, what you feel your character would do, what your faction should be doing. It looks like people in agreement right now, though it's very close. 7-7 right now is the vote between B and C. Ordering Chief Waper to pay back Count Slippity Slap or have them both arrested for being annoying. A couple late votes for C. Okay. We will have both Waper and Slippity Slap arrested for being annoying. It's a crime in our kingdom. It has been for generations. Most pleasing. Wait. Did you say you were to arrest me as well? Har! Looks like we're both going in the clink. I'll be taking the top bunk. All right. You can't do this! I didn't do anything wrong! This makes a mockery of the law! The watch drag the two feuding nobles off to the dungeon together. Chief Waper the 34 laughs the whole way, while Count Sir Slippity Slap kicks and screams. Accept your fate, Slippity Slap. And, alright. It will be confirmed here. The Chief Waper and Sir Slippity Slap II have both been imprisoned. But do not worry, if you die, if your character dies, becoming imprisoned or otherwise incapacitated, you will immediately join the council as your child. You do never stop playing the game. So everybody welcome Waper the 34 II and Slippity Slap the III to the councils here. Danny Cha, welcome on in. How are you doing here today? Thank you for joining us. You are a count for the game. So, that is confirming it then there for you guys. Waper, Slippity, apologies. At least you have each other. The expedition returns! I didn't even see it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not labeled as a legacy event, but look what it is! In yesterday's reign, you do not know how to join? You did very well then. Danny, you are in the game. And you are playing alongside of us here. The Counts, the purple team, is what you've joined. Their goal, we're playing a bit of a challenge run today, if you're a little unfamiliar with the game. That's why the big block is there of colors, where I'm not letting anybody know their statistics. So if you're good at role-playing, you can role-play along with the Counts. They are trying right now to keep their faith low, is their sort of goal for the game. And here we go, the expedition to Chur we sent last game. Yesterday's stream. My predecessor sent out an expedition at great expense. And Howitzer, no. We're not going to show the stats, or I'm going to try not to show the stats for the entire game, in order to keep with that roleplay sort of fit. Most excellent news! The expedition that your predecessor Queen Tana sent to Chur has finally returned. They've brought a boat full of riches with them. We sent soldiers and horses. And they have riches? Riches? What kind? A crate full of dazzling gold coins is wheeled into the room. Strange emblems from a long-forgotten kingdom are carved on their faces. There are more than 20 of these crates, my queen. More gold than our treasury has ever seen. What's the catch? I'm not sure what you mean, Your Highness. It's gold! Free gold! What's there to worry about? Where did they find all of this gold? Let's, in the vault beneath an ancient castle, so they say. A castle made entirely of brilliant white stone, larger than all the castles in our kingdom combined. Fill up the vault. Let's party. All right, now. It's cool. That sounds great. You have the gold carted into your vault and throw a great celebration honoring the sailors who brought it with you. Your jubilation is short-lived, however. Why is my jubilation short-lived? Spartan, come on in. How are you doing here today? Danny, thank you for the follow. Spartan, you are a count for the game here. Jubilation is short-lived. The next morning, the vault is all but empty. The new gold has vanished into thin air, along with a good deal of your old gold. What? What? You have the right color already. Indeed, indeed. Our gold? No, no! No! We were so high. Now you're bringing us down. Oh, the horror! The gold! It must have been cursed! What's left of your trove is tarnished and shriveled, as if decaying from some sort of arcane sickness. The treasurer is soon weeping openly at the loss. And although we are doing roleplay runs here today, Spartan, let me assure you guys, the treasury took a very big hit after that. Ooh, ouch, the treasury. Oh, ow. We're not at zero. No, we're not at zero. It didn't take everything out, but no, that, the treasury was pretty good, and it's not good anymore. Ooh. Hurts the heart. Eligible options. Let's fill the hole in our heart that once was in our treasury now, then. Ooh. I've found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young man from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. The partner for life to have and to hold, don't forget. Indeed, your majesty. The chancellor leads you to the great hall, where they've arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. And, that event can go right, and you can keep the gold. We have kept the gold 1 time. But that time it apparently didn't work out too well for us. Oh, the chur. Chur! Let's meet the eligible bachelors. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. We marry for love, first and foremost. Let's meet all of our husbands, potential husbands. This is Eric, firstborn son of the Northern Crystal Ales clan. Typical northern lad. Big, brawny, and honest. The same way an axe to the face is honest. It is, essentially your son here. Son is bald. It's inevitable. In the future, in the past, we will all be bald. What you send, Hybrax, yes, what you send to Chur affects what you can get, but there are still behind-the-scenes sort of roles and behind-the-scenes sort of things that can happen. You don't always get the same results, depending on what you send. So it's a little bit of a mystery, I think, at least to me still, how Chur works. But that was not a good Chur result. The best Chur results is Horse Wizard. Okay? Horse Wizard is a result from Chur. Despite that, he's clearly got some brains. He's an avid reader with a vast library. An incredibly driven person by all accounts. Gets up at the crack of dawn each morning, goes for a swim in a forest lake. What does Horse Wizard do? Ooh. Horse Wizard does wonderful things. Crystal, I must say, he sounds good. Horse Wizard does good things for the kingdom. For the entire kingdom, too. He sounds great, Crystal. Brains sounds like your son here. Driven person? I can see the appeal. This is Vladim, eldest son of the Eastern Beware the Shanae dynasty. I met him at a party once, but all he did was squeak out a hello and run off. Seemed nice enough. See that beautiful fur coat he's wearing in the portrait? I see it. Wolf pelt. Hunted it himself. He did have to suppress a peasant revolt on his land recently. I wonder why. I mean, yeah, you had me sort of go until the peasant revolt there. I'm trying to help the peasants. It's sort of Clementine's goal, wants to be beloved, wants to help everybody. Why are the peasants revolting against you? Boring as shy spouse. An intriguing candidate. Finally, from the coast, we have Julian, the wealthy heir to Lord Patrician Gamer 1700's estate. I mean, just look at him. Gorgeous. Apparently got a silver tongue, too. His interests are typical of the coast. Money, 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 making more of it. Said to be led by his passion. Living the moment with no thought to his reputation. Michael to the Sarah, thank you for praising the ninth. How are you doing, Michael, Sarah? Could be worse. Could be a lot better, really. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, it'll anger the other regions. You'll gain a lifelong alliance. And then, Michael, welcome in officially here. Where are you in the game? You are a patrician, 2650 in your coffers. Am I winning, son? Yes. Yes, I am winning. We even have enough food? I think so. We can manage it, Warzy. What is the honor guard? The honor guard are the counts. I've made my decision here. And, well, which of them do you wish to marry? East wasn't bad until the peasants. I want somebody who the peasants like. I know, get them on my side, you know. I've been throwing out East a lot this week, haven't I, it seems, when it comes to marriage options. The North, Eric of the North, I think I liked the best. You know what peasants like? Money. Everyone likes money. Excellent. I'll make the arrangements. End of season. We check in with the patricians. Plots and counterplots. Deep in the back rooms of the royal palace, the coastal patricians are digging over secret letters and scribbled diagrams. On the wall is a corkboard filled with pins and crisscrossed by colored string. The queen has finally found a match, even if it isn't the one we had hoped. Now she just needs to get on with the wedding, says RSL. I'm not Batman. Indeed. And then on to producing an heir. The counts have been unusually quiet recently. They begin trying to get into the queen's good books, but I can't work out why. Then we've got to keep up our efforts. Queen Clementine isn't going anywhere on our watch. Patricians continue to aid the queen by countering the other region's schemes. They will win the game if the queen produces an heir and completes her ambition. I am Iron Goose. I am Iron Goose. I am a chieftain in every way. How are you doing, Goose? Welcome on in. You are a chief of the North for the game. Thank you for joining us. Our next law of the game. Clementine wants that iron choice here in honor of Iron Goose coming in. On the verge of rebellion are the counts. The counts have 7 defiance in order to rebel in this game and march against your king to take over the kingdom. Your defiance stat must be higher than the kingdom's authority or stability, whatever would be higher. So currently, right now, Count's not having the best of times. And in addition to that, they are overrun by bandits. In order to rebel, it is exclamation point rebel. Moon at Clarinet. Every day, more bandits attack our roads in the east. We are overrun with scoundrels and outlaws. Can you rebel? You can rebel if you are in Loyalist scheme. I've seen it once. It can happen. There is sort of unique dialogue for a few of the rebellion events, too, when you're a Loyalist who rebel. I've looked into this, Your Majesty. A leader of sorts has emerged from among the rabble. For now, the lawless scum do his bidding. Tell me more. He calls himself the Gallows Man, because he was given the noose twice and survived both times. He's a vicious fellow. His bandits have been known to slaughter penniless pilgrims for sports. Uh-oh. Gallows Man. I'm not Batman, we need Batman with a villain like this. The local villagers are terrified of him. That's why they don't turn him in. Let his gang hide amongst them when the sheriff comes knocking. Who cares who he is? We need to kill him. Teach the others a lesson. Alright. We cannot do A or C. The treasury is too low. Do we do B? Send a spy to join the bandits and find the location of their hideout. Or D, we've wasted enough resources on this, time to move on. Wasted enough resources? I'm pretty sure we've been ignoring the bandit problem, and that's why it's gotten so bad. Confusing, huh? We just, the bandits have been plaguing the East throughout the entire year. I'm voting E. E, what is the E option? To, succumb to the Gallows Man and just allow him whatever? I think Clementine laying down her foot, I think we need to do something about them. Let's send a spy. Monarch's Iron Choice. The Iron Choice, if it passes, gives one authority to the kingdom. So I'm going to Iron Choice sending a spy. Is B. If you think we don't need to help at all, that is D. Though, as you guys are seeing, in ignoring the Count's problems, the Counts may rise up in rebellion and just overthrow the kingdom that way. If we continue to treat the Counts so meanly. Does Gallows Man might have food. Maybe that's what E is. Geonix, I am doing well here. Good morning to you. Happy Thursday. Happy Pokemon Thursday it used to be around here. Hope all is well. Welcome. Clementine is trying to hold off, like Luke Gallows, it could be. Luke Gallows Man. You send a spy to find the Gallows Man and join his gang. It's an anxious few weeks as you wait to see if he's successful. Bad news, Your Majesty! Our spy has returned, or at least some of him was. In a letter. Ugh. Hiding, yes, Geonex, this is what's called a roleplay run. Where, you can see we have these big blocks that'll hide these statistics from everybody. She holds up an ear. The Gallows Man is a paranoid sort. He only trusts people who are willing to kill in his service. My spy lacked that moral flexibility. I apologize, I have failed you, and we're totally in the dark about what these villains might do next. In the absence of immediate consequences, the Gallows Man and his gruesome crew go bolder by the day, even attacking Counts in their carriages. Okay. I know. What kind of spy did you send, Spy Master? I hate to, knock upon some of your, some of your prodigies. Preposterous. Bankruptcy looms. The treasury is almost empty, Your Majesty. What do you suggest we do? Apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. We could get a bank loan, or sell off the crown jewels. Perhaps crack open some of your predecessors' tombs. Most were buried with piles of gold, or so I've heard. I can't say that word, gamers. Alright. Try, sir. Alright, bankruptcy event is an event you get in this game when you are low on wealth for the treasury. There are a few options I have to pick from here. The word was Your Highness. Indeed. Do I either A, I own the royal mint, don't I? Make some coins. Take a hefty loan from Salvador Bank. Sell off some of the royal jewelry to wealthier nobles. Or is it time to crack open some tombs? It was going... For a second there, I thought the kingdom was doing well with money, and now just look. Clementine, want to make a rash decision?
Oh, I like money.
Like money. Spend it on blackjack and hookers. Trying to think meta-wise. Trying to think meta-wise if it's going to destroy the entire kingdom if I do it. But Clementine, yeah, Clementine liked that taste of wealth she had for a second. We won't do it. We won't do it. We won't pull the trigger on mint. Clementine was thinking mint. But, no, it is time to crack open some tombs. That buried gold isn't doing anyone any good, is it? Time to desecrate some graves. You order the royal mausoleum dug into and looted. The result is quite the bounty. Gold masks, heaps of coins, precious jewels. Not everyone is as practical as your treasurer, however. The church denounces you as a grave robber. Nobles and peasants alike are disgusted by your greed. Apologies. Apologies, nobles, peasants. The royal wedding. Your wedding to Eric is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing at St. Bertrand's with Eric at your side. Do you take this man as your lawfully wedded husband? I do. Then I pronounce you queen and husband. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast. After the feast, a dance. Your new husband, Eric, delivers a short but heartfelt toast, expressing a wish to get to know you better. No. By the time you find yourself alone with Eric, it's past midnight. You've never felt more tired. I miss the north. It's too warm down here. People twist their words. They don't mean what they say. What do you mean? Everyone down here speaks in circles, insulting each other without really insulting each other. I don't know how you stand it. That's called being passive-aggressive, Eric. You'll get it a lot from the nobles. It's tough, but I have to do my duty. By the old gods, I feel for you. I couldn't do it. After finishing the last of your wine, you head to your separate bedchambers. Seems your husband is happy to take his time getting to know you. Now that's gaming. Archaic. Yep. How are you doing today? Welcome on in. Alright. We'll get to know our husband, I promise. I promise. Happy man, happy plan here. End of season. Legend of Oddheld's Horn. Northern sagas tell of Oddheld's Horn, once gifted to mortals by the honey-blooded prince himself, then lost to the snows of time, never to be found again. About to smoke your arse off? Good luck. Until now. By all the gods, can you believe it? Says Israel. This has been the most bountiful spring in living memory. The grass is green. Wink. The sun is warm. Even our sheep have given birth in record numbers. I'm doing well here today. Trying to do good by the kingdom, though it appears, it's a little hard sometimes. Waper. In the work of Oddheld, my friend. We've spent many months beseeching him. Now he's rewarded us with the means to overthrow the Queen's regime. Truly, you mean to say it's pointed us to his horn? Aye, but it's far to the north, in the Ice Giant's territory. The frozen wastes will need a hardy force to heroes to stand any chance of achieving it. Taylor, welcome on in. Good luck, thank you. Taylor, not Tat, Taylor. Taylor, good morning. How are you feeling today? Welcome to the Counts, Miss Taylor Baylor. For the next stage of the Chiefs' scheme, raise their military to 5 or more in 2 seasons. Thank you for joining us, Miss Taylor. Hope you are well. Happy Thursday to you. We check in with everybody. I'll show you guys here. The Chiefs are working on the Hornblower scheme. They are on stage 2, where they need their military to be high. The Counts are working on possession. Also on stage 2, they need their own faith to be low. The Patricians are loyalists. They wish the monarch to win the game. My goal was to raise farming. I don't think we're accomplishing the goal. But we'll see. We're playing by roleplay rules, so we won't even know. There's a dynasty event. An unfinished project. May I have a word, Your Majesty? Chief Architect comes to me. Many years ago, your predecessor, Queen Tana, asked me to carve a mountain with their likeness. I told them it was impossible, but they insisted. So the legacy events, if you're new to the game, just like the Voyage to Chur we had a little bit earlier, this, my predecessor, wished to carve a Mount Rushmore type project with her face in it. And as I recall, Architect, I think it was your idea, not Queen Tana's. That's typical of Tana's vanity. Well, I believe it's a feat of Architect, no matter how one feels about Queen Tana. It's not too late to redesign it in your image. Lady Frost, do we really need a money sink like this? There are plenty of other places to spend our coin. Alright. A. Do we complete the carving as planned? B. Update the carving to feature Queen Clementine. C. Cancel the project. Or D. This project is too ambitious, let's scale it down. Clementine's much more humble. More inclined to C or D here. Maybe scale. Vote D. People, chat seem to think B here. D here. No golden choice, no iron choice here. Merely what we wish. The queen wants it. Bribe us. I'm not going to bribe. I'm not going to pay you guys. No laws. Merely what the nobles wish here. Complete the carving. Update it to feature me. Cancel it. Or D, winning at the moment, scaling it down a little bit. I'm all for scaling it down, I suppose. A few weeks later, your chief architect appears in your office, looking melancholy. Here you go, your majesty, the finished project. What? He pulls something from his pocket and drops it on your desk. It's a model of your head, about the size of a fist. Not quite as ambitious as the original project, but it's made with rock from the same mountain. When I scaled back, I thought you meant, you know, maybe just like a statue, not just... A little disappointed. A bust? Not even... Batman. Could be useful as a paperweight. Word soon spreads that huge amount of gold were wasted to build a monument that was ultimately the size of a baby duck. You become a laughingstock. The abandoned mountain site remains an ugly scar that vaguely resembles a human face. It becomes known as Queen Clementine's folly, is ironically an indelible part of your legacy. My legacy? I didn't spend any money on that. That was Tana. I had nothing to do with that folly. Peasants, I've been nothing but nice to you, peasants. Vultures. Moon clarinet. Greedy northern merchants are taking advantage of cheap eastern labor, your highness, exploiting our natural resources, putting our trading companies out of business. They're vultures. Vultures! Is it really such a problem? This is just business. Vultures! Chief vultures. Do we A, kick out the chiefs, put trading companies back in eastern hands? B, the queen will buy up northern trading companies? Or C, it's just business, baby. One of my favorite lines of dialogue in the game, the "it's just business, baby." Clementine, however, I realized, Counts, that you've had it a little tough. The Chiefs are playing bully here, aren't they? Papanada. So I need to, for diplomacy's sake here, to help out my Count friends. I think I'll golden A. Kidnapped you. I know, exactly. They've been doing this the whole game, haven't they? Tough love just to make them stronger. I'm going to golden choice A here. We need to throw the Counts a bone. You're insisting. Alistair's insisting on C. We'll see if you can get it. Don't care. It's hard to beat the golden choice sometimes. A few chiefs resisting. Just business, baby. It happens. Just business, nay. Gods be good, trust me, these eastern fools will run my companies into the ground. All the northern companies in the east are transferred to new ownership. Lumberyards, tanneries, silver mines, workshops. It all goes to Countess Moon Clarinet. As the months pass, it becomes evident that Chief Rougemore II was wrong. The companies continue to make a nice profit. The new owner spends the wealth all across the east. So that worked out. That worked out for the counts, everybody. There's an invitation. Sergio Mustaki. Your Majesty, this year we'll be holding the winter feast in my clan hall. It would be an honor to attend if you could attend. Winter feast? What is winter feast? 10 days of drinking, eating, fighting, competing, drinking, singing, stamping, drinking, and drinking, Your Majesty. All will take place at the coldest time of year, as the snow buries us in. But you won't need to warm up. Wrap up warm, that's what the whiskey is for. Very sorry, Sergio, but I must decline. There are more important matters to deal with. You could refuse an invitation to Winterfeast? What kind of queen are you? I don't know how we got saddled with having this weak-hearted southerner in charge. Sergio, calm yourself. The Queen's a grandee. The North just calls everybody Southerners, is what I always figure with that. Alright. End of season. We come to our next auction of the game. Exclamation point, fund, space, your choice, space, how much you wish to bid in an auction. Richest nobles pictured on the right. Waper continuing to increase at 14,000 now. We have 4 people at the 10,000 mark. Everybody's money matters. If you need to know how much you have, ask. I can tell you. If you're on your PC, there's an extension in the game. It'll be above me where my cursor is. I recommend the extension. A, the fortress will raise the military for the chieftains. B, the theater will lower authority for the kingdom. C, the cathedral will raise faith for the counts. D, the monument will raise authority for the kingdom. E, the prison will lower stability for the kingdom. And then F, the Thieves Guild will lower trade for the Pats. Chiefs, their goal at the moment, they want high authority. Want high military. Counts want low faith. Alright. Lady Frost, children are more important, of course. The patricians are loyalists. My goal being farming. 60 seconds in an auction. The top 2 buildings are the ones that will get funded. A, getting a quick 50 gold in it. A quick 50 gold in it. F, getting 300. Recommend getting your snipes in the last 10 seconds at the very least. Lucy Ender. Hello there. How are you doing, Lucy? Welcome on in. Thank you for joining us here. Lucy, a countess. You have 3,800 in your coffers. Missing number leader. How are you doing today? You are a count as well for the game. Thank you for joining us, missing number. In time for an auction, there is 13 seconds left. 10 seconds left. It is A and F currently. A and D now at 2,000. There's 1,400 in F. A sitting at 35, now 55, now 56. D at 3,900. It's D and A. A and D, that is A raising military up. D will raise authority up. We did it, Internet. Welcome on in, though, missing. If you, we are playing by roleplay rules. Thus, I will be, putting these blocks up. No one will be allowed to view statistics. We have a terrible secret. The High Inquisitor. Your Majesty, terrible news. The Counts are deliberately eroding the power of the Church in the East. Wait. Really? I hardly believed it myself, but what's even more alarming is why they're doing it. The Counts are planning to hollow your mind, summon a demon to fill the void and take possession. By the time they're finished, you'll be nothing but a shell. The demon will take over body and soul. By the 9th. My thoughts exactly, Your Majesty. We must bring this sacrilege to the Council's attention. Okay. Do we A, spread the word about the dangers of demons? B, have the Queen bathed in holy water twice a day? C, the Counts are hardly a threat. Leave them to their business. What do we do? Counts, I wasn't too worried about the Counts. I think, let's just start the vote here. We can see a little bit. Don't look at it. What do we do with the Counts? A has something to do with faith, indeed. C winning out at the moment. Counts are hardly a threat. Leave them to their business. The High Inquisitor storms off to her chambers. But there's nothing more she can do against the Counts. About my heir. Your marriage to Eric has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough. You've made some good memories together, but there's no spark. Good memories. We haven't had an event together. We didn't, Nothing. Why did that just happen? Because the chiefs and patricians split the vote, so the Counts got their vote through. He cares more about his stupid books than your happiness. Stupid books. I just have no riz. It's the books. You're gonna burn them. Spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Congratulations are in order. Your royal wedding was a magnificent affair. But something's still missing. You need an heir. You need someone who's young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. I think here, my husband and I will still have a child together. We can get through this. The traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. The long march north. Good evening, your majesty. Tell me, have you heard of Oddheld's horn? A northern legend, right? The horn of Oddheld is indeed a northern legend, a horn gifted to mortals before the Ninth's triumph during the Cursed Age. Get to the point. You must understand, whether it's a creation of pagan spirit or not, the horn is real. My sources confirm it. It's said to have the power to destroy any fortification with a single toot. I think so, Ezreal. The chiefs are searching for it in the frozen wastes, having received a sign hinting at its location. You mean where the ice giants live? Precisely. We'll need to stop them before they retrieve it, if at all possible. They've gathered a great host of warrior heroes for the journey to the wastes. We must act fast to have any hope of stopping them. You hastily assemble the council to deal with the chiefs' military buildup. The chiefs predictably deny everything. Would you deny us our right to protect ourselves from the ice giants? Bah! Alright. Can we eat the rights? Maybe. Israel? Wink, wink. Wasting no time to whisper. Do we A, forbid the northern armies from entering the frozen wastes? B, ban all public mention of Oddheld's horn? Or C, allow the chiefs to continue building up their forces? And King Israel is using a special channel point redemption that I have for the channel where he is telling me exactly what to do. And there's nothing wrong with the chiefs building up their forces. At all, really. How does Clementine... Roleplay Rise, how would Clementine justify this? I guess, I'm owed a favor. Maybe I'm owed a favor to... Israel owes me a favor. Is why all this is. It's just the easiest canon explanation. I think Israel babysat cat sit for me one time. It's what happened. That's what it is. And I really needed a cat sitter, alright? And now it's coming back to bite the whole kingdom, isn't it? I haven't started the vote yet. So eager for that golden choice. Ding ding. There it is. There it goes. Oh, there it goes. 500 personal wealth for voting C. Allowing the chiefs to continue on with their plans, essentially. Airhawk. Hello there. Come on in, vote C, get some money, Airhawk. You know how the deal goes. Welcome back to the counts. 3,300 gold in your coffers. Money, 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 money. Money. Thank you for joining us. We are approaching the end game here, Airhawk. Chiefs and counts are both getting to stage 3. Patricians are loyalists at the moment. Good to see that some of you still have heads on your shoulders. Your proposal is shot down. The chief's plan will continue unhindered. Master Sauron. Reassuring. End of season. Retrieving the horn. In the north, unbeknownst to the rest of the kingdom, a great battle has just taken place. Naturally, the chiefs are celebrating their ancient victory against the ice giants in the frozen wastes by smashing steins together and singing battle songs all throughout the night. Did you see that ice giant's face when I cut him down? Poor blighter never felt a heated axe before. Ha ha! So much loot. Never mind the horn. Look at all this gold. The party lasts long into the night. A few chiefs take turns drinking mead out of a hot-held horn. As dawn breaks, they stumble into the main hall, where Chief Hilda has beckoned them. Quiet down, you lots. It's time to get serious. This horn has the power to collapse buildings, cause earthquakes, even destroy mountains. We must vote on how it will be used. Alright, chiefs. How do you use the legendary horn? Do you A, threaten to destroy the kingdom's food supplies? Or B, sneak into the capital, collapse the palace onto the monarch's head? Airhawk, the nobles are greedy. Chiefs, though, how do you use the horn? Just the threat of violence? Will involve lowering others' farming. Is A. Lowering authority would be B. Less in Northern Kent. Alright. With this horn, we'll collapse mountains and castles, swallow up farmlands. No one can stop us. Before we can make demands, we need their attention. We'll see that food supplies are precautious enough to make them desperate. Then we'll make our move. Aye. We'll give them a demonstration of its power. Then an ultimatum. Ultimatum. Crown Hilda or starve. For the final stage of their scheme, chiefs must lower the other region's farming to a combined total of 5 or less. Alright, chiefs, good luck. Counts. A countess rides to a remote, unremarkable spot of moorland. Soon another joins her. Many peasants are moving as they lose faith in the church. Priests don't dare to show their face in public. Most pleasing, says Sir Slippity Slap. This is the perfect time to make our next move. We must invite a demon to possess the queen. The ancient books describe 2 demons, each attracted to different aspects of a human mind. Alright, counts. How do you win the game? Do you summon Rakamasa, the mad tyrant, the cockroach queen? Or do you summon Murmuriak, Duke of Greed, the face of all coin? A will involve raising authority for the kingdom. B will involve raising the treasury. What demon is best suited to take the queen's soul? Both? I can see both of these. All right. According to the grimoires I've read, the Duke of Greed is attracted to individuals who hoard wealth. We must ensure the queen is filthy rich. For the final stage, the counts must raise the treasury to at least 3,400. No idea what it is right now. I'm getting a sneak peek of it right at the moment then. Our next tax season. 3 ways the monarch may tax the nobles. The cruel tax will raise defiance for a nation, raise the treasury by 400 gold, and take 400 wealth from everybody in that nation. The common tax, no defiance, swing 100 treasury to wealth. The bribe will lower defiance, lower the treasury by 700, give 700 wealth to everybody in the color. Chiefs get the bonus, they got 500 wealth after a skirmish with the ice giants. You're gonna pass out? Not on my watch, sir. How are you doing passing out? Hope you are feeling well. Maybe eat something if you feel you're gonna pass out. You are a chief for the game. Thank you for joining us here. We're in the end of the game about here, pass out. Though you are just in time. Chiefs and counts are just getting to their 3rd stage of their scheme. Patricians are trying to remain loyalist. Waper's still the richest. He has gotten to 16,000 now. We'll pass out if we don't get the cat event. We have not seen the cat event all week here. We've seen other animal events. Maybe we're due. It will be Airhawk, indeed. I think here... a common tax all around here feels alright. Chiefs still are wealthy, but I think the others are starting to catch up. Besides, Waper and Crystal just seem to be running away at the top of the list there. Not everybody is as rich, then. There's a gap. There's a definite gap between, what is that, 8,700 at Sir Slippity Slap and 12,000 for Crystal. There's that big power gap between the top four. Common all around is fine. Infinite food. A murder on the road! Your Majesty, Count Airhawk has gone missing. He was traveling in his carriage in the same area that the Gallows Man and his murderous bandits are known to operate. Uh-oh, Airhawk. We have no proof, but we suspect the bandits are responsible. Count Airhawk was carrying much of his wealth with him at the time of the attack. I suggest, and then, Airhawk, not just, I will show it here. Airhawk is losing some money. They changed this from losing all of your money to losing just 1,500. But Airhawk, the first, has died. Confirmation right there. But do not worry if you're new to the game. Your child, Airhawk the second, is taking your place upon the council. Airhawk, ouch. Bandits. We have not gotten the bandits to go away at all. We cannot ignore the problem. 1,500 to get his head, worth it. Blood and stars, it's all gone wrong, says Apple King. What now? When I heard about what happened to poor Airhawk, I was so enraged. I sent my soldiers to track the Gallows Man down. They cornered him and his bandits in a village. That sounds like that's a good thing, Apple. The Gallows Man herded all the innocent villagers into a church at Arrow Point. He's threatening to kill them all if my soldiers move in. Should I let him continue? Uh-oh. Well, we've captured the Gallows Man, but he has a bunch of hostages. I was trying to do good by the peasants this game. Ugh. Another hard choice. Do we A, send in the troops? B, let the Gallows Man go free? Or C, burn down the whole village with the Gallows Man and the hostages still inside? Kill hundreds to save thousands? Batman, would you do that, though? But you're not Batman. Ooh. Heavy is the crown here. He can't just keep getting away with this. But I can't be indecisive here. Addie says, see, how are you doing, Addie? Burn down the village. That would be the sim solution to the situation. Last time we tried sending in military, it didn't work out. Hope all is well there, Addie. Ugh. Is it with a heavy heart we have to burn the village? I will merely start the vote. I will not influence the council here. No golden, no veto, no nothing. This is a hard decision. This is the hardest decision I think we've had to make. We've been plagued by bandits for years. We finally have the gallows man, the leader, trapped. But he himself is taking hostages. Ugh. May the ninth have mercy, may the ninth have mercy on our souls, yeah. Burn the village down. The gallows man and the hostages inside. What have we done? That's cold, says the Apple King. Cold but practical. Sends a message. I like it. And so you send another battalion of soldiers. It's not really cold. It's actually quite hot. True. Who burn down another village in the east. You're getting a reputation. The innocent villagers die, cursing your name. As the flames close around them, the gallows man and his murderous bandits realize with grudgingly respect that they could never hope to match the ruthlessness of the nobility. With the gallows man dead, roads in the east are perfectly safe to travel once more. The common folk take cold comfort. They're too busy being afraid of their queen to celebrate. Okay. Maybe that's it. Maybe we finally solved the bandit problems. A capital proposition. Witch Cat. Thank the gods, our soldiers are renowned throughout the kingdom and beyond. We've awarded so many medals that they can serve as full plate mail at a pinch, Your Highness. Why don't I transfer some of our best troops to help police the capital? They'd improve security, show the Northern Army for what it is, pride of the kingdom. Witch Cat, why couldn't we have had those troops in the east? Maybe we would have solved the problem. You want to station soldiers in the capital? Your Highness, think of the threat to security. Let us make use of them instead. Exactly, Spartan, exactly. Do we A, bring the northern soldiers to the capital? B, order them to help out the counts? Or C, leave the troops in the north where they belong? I can't help but think B, that yes, we need B here. Right? Going off what has been happening with the counts, they need some support. For the queen, A. Golden something. I think immediate sort of leaning is towards golden choice B. And ordering them to help the counts out. Ah, yes. Help. Deal. B, golden choice gives you 500. We don't know, since we're a roleplay run, we don't know what's going to happen with anything, but we do know if you vote for B, you get 500 personal wealth. Is all we do know. Don't ask where the money comes from in the golden choice. It just appears. We've got a wizard for it. We cannot eat money. This'll ease the pain. Where is the turnip wizard? We have not encountered turnip wizard today here. Or all this week. We had a wizard the first day, right? No, don't look! Grumbling, the chiefs send some of their less decorated troops over to the east. The northern soldiers soon whip the local troops into shape. As rugged northern warriors parade proudly through the villages, eastern peasants flock to admire them. Keen to learn axe throwing and get their own tattoos, many join up on the spot. Cows go unmilked and fields unplowed, but the army ranks swell with enthusiastic recruits. There is a petitioner from afar. Who could this be? Your Majesty, there's a petitioner here to see you today. We're not exactly sure where she is from. What does she want? We'll see soon enough, Your Majesty. Greetings, Your Majesty. My name is Oriad. I have a proposition for you. Oriad? Where are you from? Distant shores, Your Majesty. I prefer to keep my exact origins a secret. All right, I respect that then. Tell me more about your proposition. 3 ships are docked in a harbor to the west. Their holds are packed to the gills with muskets and gunpowder. They each boast a full battery of cannons. You can marry her. We have married her before here, Sauron. I know who Oriad is. We are already married, though. Could we try to pursue her anyway? What is this favor you're asking for? I only wish to stay in this kingdom with your blessing and protection. I can show your soldiers how to use the weapons, of course, to avoid any accidents. Fine, I'll call a vote. All right. Mysterious lady offering weapons in exchange for amnesty. Do we A, provide a safe harbor for Oriad in exchange for the muskets? B, reject Oriad's offer and send her away? Or C, confiscate the weapons and take Oriad prisoner? I think I don't have a way to influence you here besides like the iron choice. I don't want to iron choice it though, do I? I would golden choice maybe A here. I want the guns. I think we could use the guns. She could be a threat. She seems harmless enough. Safe passage for guns is what I would wish. Did she bring any food with her? There's some grain storage, I think, in her the ship. The only food is her. We're not resulting to cannibalism yet. Oriad and her weapons prove most useful in the coming months. She and her crew train your officers as promised. Oriad demonstrates by puncturing a metal breastplate at 500 yards. The council clearly made the right decision. Clearly you did. We check in the last chance with the patricians. The patricians are gathered in the empty council hall late at night. A new report from one of their spies has just come in. Depths below, the chiefs retrieve some ancient horn that they say is from the gods. They want to use it, to choose it, to take down Queen Clementine and put Hilda in her place. Bah, what do we care about some old horn? Everyone knows those pagan gods are about as real as mermaids. Pagan, somebody want to tell RSL mermaids are canon in this game? Real or not, the horn has power. The spy master tells me it can collapse mountains with a single toot. The chiefs will make their move soon. The queen has yet to produce an heir. If you are not seeing yourself, you are still in the game. Danny, am I right in calling you Danny here? You are still on the game. I see you as a count there, 2100 in your gold. Perhaps it's worth changing tact. Is it too late for Queen Clementine? We might want to get out while we can. BRB on fire, however. Hello there. Welcome to the counts. How are you doing here today? Our only other option right now is to retake the throne by force, if we think that Clementine is too weak to hold it. Yeah, you will remain in the game even if you, like, change from, like, mobile to your computer or anything. You still remain in the game. There's no way currently for a noble to exit the game during Twitch. So even if you're not playing, it tries to adjust based upon who's voting, as it's putting people into the game, new players into the game. That's why BRB got into there. You're doing good. Thank you for being here, Fire. We are doing a roleplay run. Have you've seen those before, right? Where I hide the statistics from everybody. All right. The loyalists. This is a vote for the patricians. Do you A, support the queen by diverting some extra tax from coastal peasants? B, support the queen with a propaganda campaign? C, support the queen by donating food in her name? Or D, stoke the fire by inventing a reason to get angry at the queen? Zweifrund, welcome on in. 4,700 gold in your coffers here. Patricians only vote here. Patricians are loyalists in the game. They don't have to be. They can rebel maybe, or they can try to help out a little bit here. Donating food in her name, Pats, thank you. E will not work. Not this time. Marvelous! Then we should help Clementine keep a good grip on the peasantry, but we can't do it all for her. The patricians must continue to aid the queen by countering the other region's schemes as much as they can. If they can win the game, they will win the game if the queen produces an heir and completes her ambition. Our next, I can choose a new law. However, all of these don't look good. Iron choice, golden choice. There's a kraken. We'll get it out of the way here, Pats. A kraken! A real life, honest to ninth kraken! Just outside my harbor off the western shore. We should send our navy to subdue the beast at once. A kraken has every advantage in a sea battle, your majesty. Perhaps a lighter touch is preferable. It's said the kraken can be appeased by an offering of living creatures. Heretical nonsense! You can't be considering this, your majesty. Right? Kraken is an infamous event. What do we do? A. Send in the patricians' navy. B. Appease the Kraken with a sacrifice. Or C. Let it be. I got nothing. I got nothing. No laws. What do we do about the Kraken? An infamous event. Kingpin. Thank you, sir. Have a good night. Thank you for lurking, you legend, you. Yeah, nah. Get some sleep, though. This is an infamous patricians only event. These are all rolls. And no matter what the roll is, it feels like it's at least a quarter of chance of success. Do you believe in the Navy, or are you hoping for a sabotage here? People voting for A. Freaking ad break. We will pause for station identification then. I will tell everybody then, the A is the lowest of the rolls. It's not as low as it could be. I've certainly seen lower rolls for A. Pats. Just wanted to tell you all good luck. We're all counting on you. The Navy takes to the sea after the Kraken. A terrible battle ensues, and the fleet is almost totally destroyed. That's a failure. But I didn't know it was an actual Kraken. If anything, this is the Queen's fault for sanctioning this foolhardy exercise. The Kraken, angered by the attack, terrorizes the coast for weeks on end. Ships go missing, piers are destroyed, citizens fear the ninth god has forsaken them. Oh, sevens, yes. Even if you win that roll, it's still not good, but losing that roll is definitely not good. There's also a storm. Bismuth. A terrible storm has struck the coast. Regrettably, many houses have been swept up in the floods. Several of the ship's Navy's ships were lost at sea. Alright. Just more bad news, Coast. Do we A. Spare no expense in rebuilding what was lost? B. Send extra troops from the north to clear the roads? C. The coast will have to fend for itself? Or D. Ask the church to lead the relief funds? Alright. I think here, alright, it's been a tough season for the coast. We need to have some sort of farm aid, live aid sort of event where we raise money. We need to, spare no expense, I say. We need to help them out. A tough season here. I will golden choice A here. We gotta help the coast. Not a good time for the coast. Golden choice on A maybe can help them out some, and then ooh, that's a woo. Golden Choice gives you 500 personal wealth. We are playing a roleplay run. If you're watching me and wondering why we can't see what we're voting for, that's because we don't want to see. We are voting based upon our heart's desires. If your heart desires 500 personal wealth, though, you'll vote A and gain that money for yourself. You will help out the coast, all right? The coast certainly needs it after a kraken plus a storm. Gold flows from your treasury like water from a burst dam. In no time at all, the coast roads have been repaired and its houses rebuilt. And if money could bring back the dead, you'd have done that too. This dynasty will end Saturday then. Though I don't know, I'm considering what to do with it and what to do next week. If I want to continue this dynasty or do a new one. I don't really know. I don't know what's happening next week. It might be another dynasty next week. I don't know. What do we do next week? Poll for what we do next week. I want to squeeze in Zweifrun. I want to do Hoi Dynasty sometime soon. It's been about a month since we played our 1100 plus year dynasty. There is a private exchange. The Kurth captain that you allowed to stay in the capital, the one who traded those weapons, she's been the cause of some concern. Missing number leader. Thank you for the follow. Nobles have complained that she has been rude and confrontational. She does not know royal etiquette after all. Worse, some suspect her of being a Kurth spy. Ooh. Very well, I'll have a word with her. You find Oriet pacing the halls, far from her assigned chambers. Can I help you? You Kurth bounty hunters landed in the coast not long ago. And? They're looking for me. I did not expect them to come here. Clearly, I was wrong. Tell me what you did, and I might help you. My crime was a crime of thought. I dared to disagree with the other senators on a matter of great import. So you're a senator of Kurth? I was, once. Now I am nothing. Meat's back on them. We're not eating Oriad. Or all of Kurth. Alright, maybe we'll eat some Kurthians. Kurthians? But not Oriad? We like her. Clementine sympathizes with Oriad here. She, too, had to escape the regime of a mad tyrant. You'll be fine if you stay with me. Are you sure? I'm the queen. There is nowhere safer. Very well. I hope my trust is not misplaced. End of season. We check in with everybody then. On their third stage of their scheme, ready to win the game if they just can get their last stats in order here. The chieftains need the other regions farming to be 5 or less. Farming moved up and down a little that last season. I don't know if they got it or not. Maybe they did. The counts need the treasury to be at 3,400. We spent some money that last season. The patricians are loyalists and wish for me to win the game. I don't know how good I'm doing. I don't even have an heir yet. So, patricians, good luck. And no, they didn't win. No, they didn't win the game yet. But But, we have a call for apprentices. A very fun event. We mentioned we haven't seen Turnip Wizard. I'm gonna pass out, comes to me. Bad news, Your Majesty! A meddling wizard has set up shop in Skullheim. I believe it is Pestia, the Lady of Pestilence. Tell me more about the wizard. Wizards have managed to tame creation itself. They wield untold power, are naturally distrusted by the church. Even the High Inquisitor wouldn't dare move against them openly. Pestia has influence over plagues, disease, insects, other horrible things like that. She's put out a call for new apprentices, which is a rare event. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many. Droves of unwashed, glory-seeking common folk from all over the north are lining up for their chance. Drum roll, please. For it is not just peasants. It is I, Michael to the Sarah II, have also decided to apply. The competition will be fierce, but those workers are no match. I will be the most powerful wizard this council has ever seen. This is Michael laughing. Michael to the Sarah has 4,250 gold in his coffers. Just by the way, you couldn't put your clothes on if it wasn't for your servant's help. We can't let this go ahead. To have a potential wizard on the council would present a clear and dangerous conflict of interest. A conflict of interest? How? Wizards answer only to themselves. Their power is unmatched, such that the kingdoms cannot stand against them. Even an apprentice on the council would be disastrous. Lord Patrician Michael Sarah could use magic to interfere with votes, or you for that matter. Then we shall assemble the council. My thanks, Your Majesty. All right. A fun event. What do we do? A. Allow Lord Patrician Michael to the Sarah to become Pestia's apprentice. B. Require that he forfeit his noble title in order to become an apprentice. Or C. Forbid Michael to the Sarah from traveling to Skullheim. How does Clementine feel about wizards? Probably mistrustful. If you're new to the game, a lot of citizens, nobles, peasants, everybody alike, as they mentioned, is mistrustful of wizards. I don't think she has too much of a say in this matter, so I believe I will merely start the vote here. What do we do? A wizard on the council? Unheard of. Close between A and B currently. It could be Sauron. I mean, you're not lying there. Could be. Tie. Ooh. Nope, not a tie. B. Will pass. Require he forfeit the noble title in order to become an apprentice. I suppose that is an acceptable compromise. Michael to the Sarah begins his journey to Skullheim immediately. Skullheim, yes. His successor, Lord Patrician Michael to the Sarah III, inherits his position on the council, but the treasury confiscates his vast majority of his wealth as payment. And this event, then, it's not totally confirmed yet that Michael has died, but, incapacitated. We will not see Michael to this Sarah, but do not worry if your character dies, becoming incapacitated, imprisoned. Your child will take their place. Welcome our first third to the council, Michael to the Sarah the Third. This is not the last event. This was the first event of the season. Pestia's presence in Skullheim attracts all sorts of visitors, though the power of her latent magic starts to wilt crops for miles around. Starts to wilt crops, you say? The bounty hunters. Your Majesty, these good folks are bounty hunters, representing the Republic of Kurth, they say. Queen Clementine, we greet you humbly. Make this quick. I have little time for mercenaries. Yeah, the first Michael to the Sarah last game was our crab seller. We're searching for someone, a fugitive, you might say. Last we heard, she went by the name Oriad. I'm afraid that she is under my protection. As we feared, still, perhaps we can work out a deal. The Grand Pensionary of Kurth is offering a large bounty for the return of this woman, and we are sure that she is an esteemed queen such as yourself would not risk drawing Kurth's ire. As proof of our goodwill, we'll even allow you to keep the firearms that were stolen. Right. Do we A, hand Oriad over to them? B, refuse the bounty hunter's offer? Or C, discreetly pay the hunters to take someone else? We were making friends with her. I don't want to betray that trust I was already building. I'm not inclined. Clementine's not inclined for A. Sort of debating between B and C. Take a single potato, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Potatoes. Veto time. I'm usually more inclined to Golden Choice, just because I know people like money. But if I veto A, that makes you guys choose B or C, yes, though. We won't hand over Oriad. Do we refuse the offer, or discreetly pay them so they can take somebody else? But we're not handing her over. Not today. Not under my darling Clementine's watch. She takes up too much food. She looks petite. I don't think she would eat much. I imagine Oriad is, small, tomboyish. She's a soldier. It's true though. She probably does. Underneath the military uniforms, she probably has probably does eat and keep up with fit and everything, I suppose. All right. The bounty hunters do not take long to consider your offer. They return to Kurth with the head of a nameless prisoner. You hope officials back in the Republic will be none the wiser. Oriad decides to stay in the kingdom, offering her advisory services to your navy as payment for sparing her. My heir. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to... Are we speculating? We don't loot Oriad, do we? The council is filled with nervous silence. My daughter. I usually always pick daughter because I'm still missing an achievement in the game that requires a woman, a female character to get. So I, just for that sake, I'm usually always picking daughter. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented stability of the kingdom. Your Majesty, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter. What is her name? This is little Clementine II. How delightful, Your Highness. I'm sure little Clementine II will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spymaster soon. End of season. We will get to our next auction of the game. Exclamation point, fund, space, your choice, space, how much you wish to bid for an auction. Richest nobles on the right, Waper getting up to 17,000. Still only 4 people in the top 10,000 gold. Everybody's money matters. Group funding very much is how you can win auctions here. I would guess this might be our final auction of the game. I don't know if somebody's winning this next turn or not. Both the chiefs and the counts are very close. A, the library will raise stability for the kingdom. B, the stadium will lower military for the chiefs. C, the Grand Bazaar will raise trade for the counts. D, the prison will lower stability for the counts, for the kingdom. E, the cathedral will raise faith for the Pats. And then F, the Deer Park will lower farming for the kingdom. Pats still have food to lose somehow. 60 seconds in an auction. Get your sniping funds in the last 10 seconds, I always recommend. It's a close one. It may come down to a coin flip, perhaps, for the victory here. I'm not quite sure. C and B currently leading. C raising trade for the counts. B is lowering military for the chiefs. C getting up a lot, 4,100. There's now a lot in F. F and C, 4,850 and 4,500. There's 600 in B. Less than 30 seconds left. You will die on the farm hill. Good luck. You're going to need it. 1,600 in B, sniping position for that. It is F and C. B goes up to 62.99. It is F and B, currently 10 seconds left. F and B, 4,500 in C, if anyone wants to catch on up. Only the top 2 get funded. 5 seconds left. Still F and B, 62.99, 80.10. There's some coming up in the E. The counts, Airhawk, our wizard apprentice forfeited their noble title. And when that happens, a lot of money goes to the treasury. We then lost a little bit of money. I'm not sure if counts are there or not. Counts are very close. Chiefs are also very close, especially after they just lowered farming one more. So yeah, I don't know who's going to win now. I think both of them might have it. And if 2 nations complete their scheme at the same time, it is a behind the screen. Yeah, if two nations complete their scheme at the same time, it could be a coin flip. So I don't know what's happening here at all. There are jeweled nightmares. I do now know what's happening then. Late into the night, your sleep is fitful. You dream of glittering caves. Light shines on the crystals so brightly that you have to squint. Something's tugging you in the right direction. But you grow more and more dizzy as you walk. You stumble and put out your hand to the wall. The crystals are blade sharp. Blood drips onto the rock. But in a moment of clarity, you understand where you need to be. Follow my path. Moving feels unreal. You're walking, but every stride is instantly forgotten, as if you didn't make it. Eventually, you reach a wide-open cave containing a shining lake. As you walk into the water, you realize it's molten gold, but it's quickly growing solid. In the unearthly light, you catch sight of your reflection. You wake. I have to say, I'm concerned, Your Majesty. You're in the council chamber in full session, surrounded by nobles, dressed in your usual ceremonial garments. Close by, the counts watch you closely. Waper will see it, I guess, when we see the stats at the end. Maybe the chiefs got there too, I'm not quite sure. Of course, that's what Your Majesty just said, wasn't it? Hold on, what did I just say? The treasurer gives you a worried look over her glasses. That the treasury should be moved to the east for greater security. What? I didn't say... Did I say that? I didn't say that. What the hell? You intend to protest, but instead your head nods, without you intending anything of the sort. How delightful, Your Majesty. Much appreciated. Over the coming days, you keep waking up in half-recalled conversations, standing in a room without remembering how you got there, reading letters replying to orders you never gave. Whispers spread among the palace staff. Washer, upstairs. The staircase over there, out here and to the left. Someone here to take the watch. Without whispers spread amongst the palace staff, your husband Eric comes to you one morning, looking worried. I refuse to stand by while you're in this state, Clementine. Something's very wrong. The crown must at least appear impartial, but you've been sending all sorts of tribute to the east. The other nobles have noticed. These treaties you've been signing are getting out of hand. You know of no such treaties. This truly is the target. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. My husband, I have no idea what's going on. This is the Count's doing. You send the High Inquisitor and her agents straight to the east. The Counts must be responsible for all this. The palace is quieter. It's been a while since you saw the treasurer, or the rest of the staff. But while you're pacing your library waiting to hear from her, a strange ringing starts to echo in your ears. No one else hears it. You hear that? What? You hear it? You guys don't hear it? Everything goes black. You blink awake to see Countess Beware the Chenet and a group of more counts watching you, smiling. This is a very cool ending, isn't it? You're shackled in a small stone room with the tiniest window letting in pale sunlight. How in the ninth god name did you capture me? We apologize for the rough treatment, your majesty. His Grace the Duke of Greed warned us that you will have a stubborn streak. It would be a shame if you'd run away. It had to be Slippity here too, didn't it? I'll have you all executed. Please don't upset yourself, your Grace. We brought a demon, Murmuriac, the face of all coins, into the realm. Set up home in your body. Now you have a choice, your Grace. None of us want bloodshed today. How can Murmuriac gain more wealth if everyone is dead? If you allow him to live in your body, you can stay on the throne with the rightful monarch Yuli as your grand advisor. Yuli will be making all decisions, and Murmuriac will be doing most of the steering. But we'll let you out for fresh air occasionally. Or you can be subsumed altogether, and Yuli will take the crown. What does Murmuriac want? Murmuriac demands tribute, and tribute he will have. Can we negotiate? I'm afraid not. Murmuriac hungers. All right. Fine. Oh, how delightful! I knew you'd see sense, your majesty. The counts untie you. The ringing in your ear remains. I just don't hear that. Now that you focus on the sound, it almost sounds like the screech of metal on metal. You return to the throne under the Count's guidance, while Yuli gains a firm grip on the kingdom. The nobles quickly fall in line. Yuli is praised as the best advisor the crown could hope for. Naturally, there are gaps in your memory, larger and more frequent as time goes on. But for now, you are surviving. Though you can't quite call it living. GG's to everybody! And the Counts, listen to the Counts theme. I think it's my favorite. GG's to everybody, but especially to the Counts today. I think it was a close game. Let's check the stats at the end. Maybe even the Chiefs got there. For a few wretched years, the possessed Queen Clementine did the bidding of an Eastern puppet masters. In the end, the demon in her skull drove her to madness and death. The chiefs abandoned their hopes for Oddheld's Horn, which passed into legend once more, a treasure fit only for seducing adventures into the frozen wastes, where ice giants or hypothermia awaits them. Unable to reverse Clementine's slow descent into madness, the loyalist patricians were powerless to stop the Counts from worming their way into a position of power. Once their useful puppet queen finally expired, it was a relatively trivial matter for the Counts to ensure that Yuli took the throne, though they feared it would be more difficult to control a monarch who didn't have a demon occupying their head. Queen Clementine the Stern, very stern was she, Eric of the North, my husband. Richest noble will end at Waper at 17,000, Warzy at 0. I think a few people were spending money at the end. We'll take a peek at our stats here at the end of the game. And yes, the Chiefs did get there at the very end. So that was a behind-the-scenes coin flip, whether the Chiefs or the Counts were going to win that game. Stats-wise, otherwise what happened? Counts did very good stats-wise. Yeah, that was decided by RNG. Chiefs could have had it. I'm surprised that the Chiefs have so much food at 3. Count's military went up that game. Patrician's military was going up until the Kraken hit. Chiefs trades going up. So very good. Yeah, the building. The auction at the end lowered farming by 1. So Chiefs, a valiant effort to try to win it. And if it's your first time playing the game, thank you for being here then. But we will continue this story, continue this game, and this is what's called a dynasty tomorrow. This will be your monarch. What is their name? Yuli. This is Monarch Yuli. I will assume the position of tomorrow. And Yuli will take over the kingdom. You guys will get another chance to play. The stats will all be the same. It will reset everything here. The treasury was at... Was it 4,200? But thank you guys for playing here today. Thank you all. Thank you all. A very fun game. How was Twitch working today? Twitch working a little better today. It wasn't working as we were trying to raid out yesterday. We'll try to find another King of the Castle streamer if there is. There's a couple people. Somebody with 639 viewers that I don't know. Is this their first time streaming it? I've never met them before. The king has arrived. You want to go to a super big game? Or Lomadaya, we've played with them before. Super big game or just a very big game? Alright, them doing it a roleplay wise. They're not as big. There's a I'm the smallest streamer at the moment with 42 viewers. We'll go say hi to Lomadaya then. I don't know the other one. I don't know Lomadaya that well either. I've only played with them once, but they stream usually about this time of day. We'll say hello to them. Thank you all for being here today. Hopefully everybody has a lovely rest of your game. Count or chief next time? Who knows? I think you'll be a chief next time. I think your shifting positions hopefully is over. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, everybody. Remember, you another game. Crystal, you're a joy to be around. I'm not Batman. Thank you for being here. It is a joy to have everybody in chat here. We will continue playing tomorrow. If you want in on this, we started about 9 a.m. That's about 3 hours. This game is then, at the moment. So if you want in at the very beginning, get here then. Everybody, be good people. Thank you all for hanging out today. I will go off and get my lunch. I don't have time to play here. I'm hungry. What do we have for lunch? I think there's still leftover spaghetti. I'm making fried rice and spring rolls tonight for dinner. I can't wait. I don't know. I just got them the other day at the store and I couldn't wait. I love when you plan out a meal like that. Nuggets? I don't have any nuggets. And I don't have to watch the nephews today, so we're not going to McDonald's today. Remember, you're better than you were yesterday. Think of how awesome you'll be tomorrow. Fuzzy Pickles.